A Mobile 15W20 customer walks into an auto parts store and picks up the same bottle they have purchased for years. The label looks familiar, the viscosity grade is identical. Something is different though. The green DEXOS-1 logo that used to appear on the front of the bottle is gone. The oil did not change. The approval did. Understanding what happened requires understanding what DEXOS-1 actually is. DEXOS-1 is not a government standard, not an industry consensus specification, and not a neutral certification body. It is a proprietary oil specification owned by General Motors. Oil companies that want to display the green DEXOS logo pay General Motors a licensing fee for every gallon sold. The approval is not free, the logo is not neutral. Every bottle represents an ongoing royalty payment back to the automaker. General Motors created DEXOS, one to exert tighter control over what oil goes into its vehicles than the standard API category provides. The baseline API certification defines minimum performance thresholds that apply across the entire industry. DEXOS-1 layers an additional set of requirements on top of those thresholds, specific to General Motors gasoline engines. Chain wear protection, low-speed pre-ignition prevention, and turbocharger deposit control all appear in the DEXOS standard. That engineering rationale is sound. The licensing fee structure is where the relationship between GM and the oil industry gets complicated. General Motors recently upgraded to DEXOS-1 Generation 3, the latest revision of the specification. To push fuel economy toward federal targets, GM designed Generation 3 around ultra-thin viscosity grades like OW20 and OW16. While GM technically allows 5W20 to qualify, the efficiency bars were raised so high that it requires an expensive additive package. The reformulation investment to push 5W20 through the Generation 3 test sequences is not a minor line item. For a major oil company looking at a legacy viscosity grade being phased out, the return on that investment simply does not exist. Paying to reformulate a shrinking category and then paying ongoing royalties to certify the result was a losing business proposition before the first gallon was blended. This is where the business decision becomes visible on the shelf. For a major oil company like Mobil 1 or Valvoline to continue displaying the DEXOS-1 logo on their 5W20 bottles after Generation 3, they would need to maintain licensing under the older Generation 2 standard. Generation 2 is still technically a valid designation. It still carries General Motors approval, and every gallon sold under it still requires a royalty payment. The calculation the brands ran is straightforward. Paying ongoing royalties for a Generation 2 label in a market shifting toward Generation 3 is paying for obsolescence. Customers who understand the DEXOS specification would see a Generation 2 label next to Generation 3 competitors and draw conclusions about the oil's relevance. The logo that once signaled quality approval was now signaling that the product had not cleared the latest bar, whether or not that conclusion was accurate. Mobil 1, Valvoline, and other brands removed the DEXOS-1 logo from their 5W20 products rather than continue paying for a designation they no longer wanted. Same additive package, same base oil quality, same performance. The only thing that left the bottle was the corporate stamp and the royalty obligation. A General Motors vehicle owner running 5W20, based on their owner's manual specification, is in a specific position. 5W20 remains on the approved viscosity list for older GM engine calibrations designed before Generation 3 entered the picture. What changed is the certification layer sitting above the oil, not the oil itself. For those vehicles, a high-quality 5W20 provides the same protection. The green DEXOS logo is not a chemical property. It is a business arrangement between an oil company and an automaker based on licensing economics. If the DEXOS-1 logo is gone, does running that oil void the warranty? The answer runs through a federal law called the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act. A manufacturer cannot void a warranty simply because the owner used an aftermarket product that was not the manufacturer's own brand or approved certification. To deny a claim, the manufacturer has to prove a causal connection. The burden of proof falls on General Motors, not on the vehicle owner. A dealer presenting a warranty denial on an engine failure is required to demonstrate that the oil in the crankcase was the direct cause of the specific failure mode at issue. A high-quality oil meeting, the current American Petroleum Institute service standard, even without the DEXOS-1 logo, is not an automatic disqualifier for warranty coverage. General Motors warranty language does specify that oil must meet DEXOS requirements. That language is real, And service advisors at dealerships are trained to note what oil is in the vehicle when a warranty claim comes in. The Magnuson Moss protection does not make that language disappear from the warranty document. What it limits is how aggressively that language can be enforced when it comes to an outright denial of a claim. For AGM vehicle owners still under factory warranty, the guidance is not to ignore the DEXOS specification entirely. Understanding that a high-quality oil at the correct viscosity grade carrying a current, American Petroleum Institute service rating provides the engineering protection. The DEXOS standard is built to replicate puts the decision in the right frame. Whether the bottle carries the paid logo or not is a licensing question, not a chemistry question. Documentation matters here as well. Keeping receipts showing the oil used, the date, and the mileage at each change creates a service record that supports the vehicle owner's position if a warranty dispute arises. The logo tells you who paid. The American Petroleum Institute rating tells you what is inside. Prioritize accordingly.